Hello and welcome again to Ochi Sports YouTube channel. I'm still your girl chef Ochi. Yeah, today I'm going to be making a very simple snack, plantain puff puff. But before I begin, I'd like to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my channel so far. Thank you for referring your friends. Thank you for watching my videos. Your comments, your thumbs up keeps me going. For those of you who have not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications. You do not want to miss out. I am delivering yummy goodness every week. I keep giving out yummy goodness. When you have overripe plantains in your kitchen, and then you're thinking of throwing them out, oh, they are too soft, oh, they've gone black, this thing has gotten spoiled, remember that you can make them into plantain puff puff. Yeah, so I have this plantain. I actually like plantain a lot. If you've been following my channel, you discover that I like plantain a lot. In fact, I like to say I like dodo. I like to say that there's a difference between plantain and dodo for me, because plantain, I feel, is the yellow one, the normal ripe one. But when it's getting black like this, that's when I enjoy it. When it's soft, when you fry this plantain the way it is now, very soft, you enjoy that with custard, with oats, with beans. The ripe ones, the regular ripe ones that everybody likes, I like to eat that with rice, my jollof rice and what have you. But this goes well with beans for me, goes well with when I want to have breakfast on Saturday morning. This very ripe plantain with oats, heavily laced with milk, Okay, so we're going to be making plantain puff puff. I would have just simply fried this, but then I have a lot of it in my kitchen. There's still quite a number left, so I said let me take some out and make this plantain puff puff for my family. My nieces and nephew, they love puff puff a lot, so I'm sure they're going to like this. So this is very easy to make. Basically, you need four simple ingredients, which is actually flour, the overripe plantain itself, yeast, and a pinch of salt. Now this nutmeg is optional. Some people do not use nutmeg, but I cannot do puff puff. I cannot just do without nutmeg in my puff puff. And then I like to add a little bit of pepper. I'm just going to chop this into tiny bits, and I'm going to add it to my mixture. You can skip this out entirely, and if you don't want nutmeg, you can skip this out entirely. That's why I said four basic ingredients: this flour, salt, and yeast, and of course warm water to mix. So you're going to just have to cut this up, put it in a bowl, and if you have a blender, it makes things easy. Put it in a blender, add a little bit of water, and then you blend, and it comes out very smooth. If you do not have a blender, you can simply put it in a bowl and then you mash it with your fork, or if you have a potato masher, you use a potato masher. And to make things even easier, you could use the pestle. If you have a small mortar, you use the pestle of the mortar, and then you just pound it up and it becomes smooth. So I'm going to be using my hand mixer. I have a hand mixer. I'm going to be using that to puree this after I have mashed it with a fork. Yeah, so here I have warm water. This is actually warm water, lukewarm water. I prefer to use lukewarm water because it helps my yeast to proof quickly, and then it helps the batter to rise very quickly too. So to my warm water, I'm going to be adding 2 teaspoons of yeast. Here I have my plantain. I already mashed it. I didn't use a blender. I just used pestle and I used the fork as well. If you use the blender or a food processor, it will be smoother than this. But I actually like mine like this. I'm a sweet tooth. I'm a sweet tooth. So now I'm going to add. Now here's the yeast. And now I'm going to be adding my plantain mix into this water. I used 4 overripe plantains. I actually didn't use those 3. I added one more, so like I said, I'm a sweet tooth. I'll give it a little mix, and then I'm going to add my salt and my nutmeg to my flour mixture. Nutmeg and your salt into your flour, and then you begin to add it gradually into your mixture. So I remember those days my mom didn't mix her butter with a spatula or omorokun as we know it. She mixed it with her hands, but now we want to be very careful, especially for some of us who keep very long nails that tends to hide germs. So our batter is too stiff, you know, so we're going to be adding more lukewarm water. You don't want to add all the water at once so that you don't have your batter to be too light. So I add the water gradually, and when I get the right consistency, I stop. Remember, I used 500 grams of flour. 500 grams of flour is equivalent to 4 measuring cups. If you go to a baking shop, you tell them you want to buy measuring cups, it usually comes with comes in a set of, I think, 4 or 5 measuring cups and measuring spoons as well. If you want your puff puff extra soft and fluffy, I'll let you know what consistency is best. Yeah, so this is just the consistency we need. This is just the consistency we need here. This is the perfect consistency. So at this point I'm going to add my pepper. You can see it's not that much, not like it's much. I just usually like to feel that, you know, that's extra spicy flavor. So I'm going to cover this now and keep it in my oven to prove, because my oven is also warm. I've used warm water, and then I'm also going to put it in my oven. In 30 minutes it will be ready to fry. It should have almost doubled in size, if not doubled in size. If you did not use warm water, it might take longer. It might take longer time for you to prove. Probably 45 minutes to 60 minutes if you didn't use warm water. But if you did, you can just put it probably inside your oven, somewhere dark, you know, somewhere warm, so it will prove very fast. Okay, so I have it covered up. Make sure you cover it up, and then I'll just place it right in the oven. So here's our batter. You can see that it has actually almost doubled in size, if not doubled in size actually. Now you could scoop this batter into the oil with a spoon, or you could use your hand. So I've washed my hands and I'm not comfortable scooping with a spoon. I like to do it, you know, our grandmother's way, the old way. So we're going to scoop. Now you try not to overcrowd your oil, if not the puff puff is going to soak oil. So here we have our plantain puff puff. I have some not too brown, I have some really brown, so whatever your preference is, whatever your preferred size is as well. You know, you might want them very small, like the small chop size. Yeah, so here we have our plantain puff puff. This is how it looks. Now you can find my pepper. Now this was actually the reason why I wanted pepper in it here. So this is really good. This is something really good for you, your kids, you know, to snack on before you have main meal. If you don't want to have something heavy, this is something nice for you to snack on. If you're tired of the regular puff puff, or you don't want that plantain, or even bananas, yes, you can use bananas for this too. If you don't want it to go to waste, yeah, this is something beautiful and nice to snack on. Thanks for watching, and see you next time in my next video.